Hello everyone. In Shogun Episode 8, Toda Hiramatsu, the longest companion of Lord Toranaga, committed seppuku in front of his lord. In one of the show's most dramatic moments to date, Hiramatsu attempted to persuade Toranaga not to give up in Shogun Episode 8. Hiramatsu disobeyed a direct order and committed seppuku after attempting to persuade his lord to change his decision. Toda Buntaro, Hiramatsu's son, who was denied permission to accompany his father, seconded him. Later on, Shogun would disclose that Hiramatsu's death was not as simple as it seemed. It could have surprised some that Hiramatsu disagreed with his lord on this issue, given his unwavering loyalty to Shogun's Lord Toranaga during this entire ordeal. Similarly, it was surprising to see Toranaga accept Hiramatsu's seppuku, considering how much the latter loved their friendship. One of the many sacrifices Lord Toranaga had to make was witnessing Hiramatsu commit suicide in front of him, and it was for a worthy cause. Toda refusing to submit to Lord Kanto, Hiramatsu committed seppuku in front of Lord Toranaga and all his troops. This came about following a furious dispute between Hiramatsu and Toranaga over whether or not to give up and accept Ishido's demands. A few of Toranaga's men objected to singing the surrender hymn, saying that it was their duty to counsel their king, not to die with him. Similar words were spoken by Hiramatsu, who exhorted Oda to persevere. All that transpired between Toranaga and Hiramatsu during that scene was pre-planned, since Toranaga did not modify his mind, forcing Hiramatsu to commit seppuku. Although it is uncertain if Toranaga understood what Hiramatsu was about to do, there was no genuine disagreement between them. Although Hiramatsu was aware that Toranaga had no intention on giving up, Ishido had to think that Toranaga had been vanquished. Several shogun figures conjectured that Toranaga's capitulation was fictitious, which is why Toda Hiramatsu felt compelled to confront Toranaga in public so as to make his intentions crystal clear. In addition to the fact that they have been friends for decades, Lord Toranaga is crying as Hiramatsu prepares to perform seppuku, since Hiramatsu was practically giving his life to give Toranaga the best chance of winning the war. Toranaga did not interrupt Hiramatsu since he saw what he was trying to do fast. The Lord of Kanto probably came to the conclusion that Hiramatsu's demise would be the only thing that could convince Ishido that the battle was ended and that Toranaga had no more plots hidden from view. Ochiba no Kata had stated earlier in Shogun Episode 8 that she wouldn't accept Toranaga's defeat until his head was presented to her. Toranaga is renowned for his cunning strategies and devious tactics. At one point, not even his soldiers were certain he would give up. Toranaga informed Lady Mariko that Toda Hiramatsu was aware of his obligation to assist them. Toranaga thought his sacrifice was both tragic and essential. Toranaga will not die without a battle because he has already lost too much with the deaths of Hiramatsu and Nagakado. Though it's too soon to tell if Ishido and Ochiba would fall for Toranaga's ruse, his strategy has been effective thus far. For instance, after Hiramatsu committed seppuku, Yabushige, who was certain Toranaga would not submit, had second thoughts. Yabushige did exactly what Toranaga intended him to do, accepted the Anjin's offer, and defied his instructions to board the ship and head to Osaka. The ship of Blackthrone and her armaments have been relocated from Edo, and it will appear that Toranaga had no involvement in this. Lady Mariko also boarded the ship, carrying a message for Yabushige and Blackthorn from Toranaga. Blackthorn's offer would never have been accepted by Yabushige if Hiramatsu had not committed seppuku. Toranaga contributed to the belief that he was not going to fight back against Ishido by even leading people to believe he was too ill to go from Ejiro to Edo. Both Hiramatsu's seppuku and Nagakado's funeral gave Toranaga the extra time he needed to devise a plan of defeat for Ishido that would not involve too much bloodshed. It is unclear if Toranaga will be successful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.